We could be finding ourselves with the same matchup 2 weeks in a row of standing stay as they are before tonight's match. Southland will host Wellington in the final round ITM Cup match for these two sides, and if things stay the way they are, Wellington will be hosting the 4th place Southland side in the first semi-final of the ITM Cup. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornf1lakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the ITM Cup series, where we are following the fortunes of the Southland Stags and the Tasman Makos in this year's competition. So there's still all to play for here in the final round of the competition. The places are confirmed in the top 4. Southland and Tasman have both put themselves in the top 4. No one can displace them, but the order still has a little bit of sorting out to do. Chances are that Southland will be up against Wellington in the semi-final, but there's more to play for than just the ITM Cup here tonight. The Ranfurly Shield is on the line, one of the biggest prizes of New Zealand provincial rugby. So the Stags have been in superb form this year. They started off a bit indifferently, it has to be said, but their form come right when it mattered. They come good and they've won every single match. They've beaten the likes of Auckland, they've beaten Canterbury. Last week they beat Bay of Plenty in a very, very close match. But now, up against Wellington. Ranfurly Shield on the line, plenty to play for. The competition goes slightly out the window as it just becomes a state of win at all costs. The Ranfurly Shield could stay in Southland for the off-season if the victory is in the bag tonight for the Stags. Wellington have already secured their top place spot. Tasman, the only side coming close, but due to superior, and I mean very superior, points differential, the Wellington Lions will be hanging themselves at the top of the table as the minor premiers. Though they still have a lot to do, the competition is not yet won, and somehow they have got themselves in such a great position. Southland will be a tough ask, but how good would it be for Wellington if they could end the season top of the table into the playoffs and the Ranfurly Shield in the bank for the off-season? That'll be the goal here for the Lions, and we all know they've got the team that can do it. Although they don't always perform, as we've seen on numerous occasions, this Wellington team always has such brilliant raw talent. Can they take the Shield from Southland? Something no one has been able to even get close to since the Stags took it off Tasman a long time ago, in about round 5 that took place. It is all on the line. Massively valuable competition points, as well as, most importantly, the Ranfurly Shield. It's a bumper crowd here at Rugby Park Stadium. The Stags at home, up against Wellington, the Shield on the line. Here we go, kick-off underway, final round of the ITM Cup, and up goes Brian Milne. Oh, hello, has put in an absolute massive shot, and then it's been kicked through off the toe of McIntosh, and it's been picked up from Wellington. What a start here for the Lions. They've got possession for free as they look wide. Curtis flipping it back in field for Reddish. Advantage is over. Surely that's not releasing. Reddish should have given that up, but no, Southland will get it anyway. And now they'll look to run it out through Sopawanga. Oh, big tackle from Hill. Lima Sopawanga goes down the pile. Boy, imagine if Southland lost him at this stage. McIntosh takes the tackle to Holo, goes around the corner. Taylor Adams, Lee needs the support and field with Milne. He goes back to Dylan Holo, over his head, intercepted from Schwalger. Back it goes to Goods. Reg Goods up against Ngalafe, and he's taken down from the fullback. Here we go again. It's over the top from Schwalger, and there we go. Will be a try. Opening points go the way of Wellington. And Tua Tagaloa has scored the opening try for Wellington. A simple finish for the left winger. How simple can you get for Wellington? It was a big run coming in from Schwalger and Goods. That is what secured it. Holo gave chase, but the hooker was never in the frame here. And Wellington opened the scoring just thanks to the two props. Here's Schwalger on the loose head side. We don't get to see the run from tight head prop Goods. That was phenomenal, but the finishing from the outside back, as you'd expect, gets the try, and Wellington hit the lead. And Willie Repier will have the conversion attempt. This could be the best start, the dream start for Wellington. Not even 10 on the clock, and they could be up by 7. Yes, they are. Great kick from Repier. He's got them up. 7-0 Wellington lead over Southland. Well, that's not what the Stags wanted. Their home team need to get themselves back on track. Find themselves back into this match. Sopoaga goes to the boots. He's so important, but Southland may have missed a trick with getting a good start, but that's a big tackle up on Mamia. And Southland look to turn it over on the 22. They might do it, and they do. Well, this is great stuff here. Sopoaga takes the tackle. Away for Willis. Hello to Jackman. Jackman still looking for ball. Flanger was waiting, but he has knocked it on. And Southland, well, they can turn this ball over if they like, but it's going back the way of Wellington. Knocked on from Jackman. He has scored some fantastic tries, but that one will go down as missed chance of the season.
Touch.
15 minutes in, Wellington 7-0, and they'll have the scrum feed. And Rangihuna will feed it for Wellington. Brad Shields waiting at the back. Will the number 8 have a run here? Or will Rangihuna feed it out to his fly half Repier? That's exactly what's going to happen. Repier hits the line quickly, and he gets away from the first attempt to tackle. Southland compete, but Shields will have another go, and it goes, oh, Rangihuna's been hammered, and now it's advantage Southland. They'll have the scrum feed, and the scrum half has butchered that chance, looking to kick it away, and Rangihuna has missed it up. Here's a big tackle there. Oh, that was a dominant tackle as well.
Touch.
Really manhandling the little scrum half.
Set.
And now Adams will be the one to feed the scrum for Southland. Oh, Wellington! Instant reply. Oh, but Southland hit back again. Where's this ball going to end up? It's pinballing around in there. But Dixon will go himself. Fades a wide. Beautiful ball to Faianga. And Faianga, oh, he's knocked on. Oh, no, he's just lost a try. Carter Faianga should be scoring. He should be celebrating. But amidst the tackle, he has lost the ball.
Crouch.
Unbelievable.
Crouch.
2 tries butchered by Southland, who is struggling here. The Ranfurly Shield is on the line, and the forwards have replied beautifully. Southland making another dig at this. How could anything be thinkable? The way they've performed the moment. Dixon's quick, and he offloads. Hello. Away for Jackman. Another chance. Inside ball. Sopoaga. He won't drop it. And Southland finally hit back. It took them a long time, and they've had to really dig deep, especially the forwards. But Lima Sopoaga has got the try. Quick ball. There's Elliot Dixon. They kind of passed too early here, but it was the quick thinking of Jackman to slip it back behind him, and Sopoaga crashes over in a tackle from the Wellington defence. Not enough in the end. We'll see it. There we go. It was Repier who was covering across, and Treby as well. There's Treby making the tackle on this man, Sopoaga. Wow, that really puts things on their head. Southland had to score there, let's be completely fair. If they went away from that 22 without any points, well, the match could have taken a turn for the worse, but Sopoaga has added 2 to his tally, and he has personally 7, and his side are all tied up with Wellington now. Southland 7, Wellington 7. What a matchup this could be. The Shield on the line. Half an hour about to tick over as Willie Repier kicks off for Wellington. And he's gone very deep here, but it's come away for Adams. Sopoaga, quick hands, hello. Here's Boys. Good pass from him. Milne slips it back and field for Beckuis. The second rower just does what he knows best, hits it up, straightens the line, and away we go again. Southland, Faianga, away for Jackman. Jackman's looking to run on the outside, but he has to pass Hardy. Nice ball, all intercepted, and Shields gets it back for Wellington. Here's Repier, kicks it down the heart, and Nangalafe's back there, and he'll look to bring it back in and miss the tackle. Well worked tackle as well. Beckuis goes back for Holo, who's going to kick this upfield for Southland. Not bad at all. It bounces, And Woodward, I think he put a foot in touch. It's advantage Southland, and into touch anyway. Mistake again for Rangihuna. Southland are living, Wellington as well. Well, there's the forward. Well, one of those passes were forward. We have a scrum feed to Southland, but both sides living fortunate lives at the moment as Wellington get the big hit once again. These scrums have been brutal, but Wellington come away. And they'll look to the left side. The try scorer gets the ball, and a high tackle coming in from Adams. And Tautagola has gone into touch, but the high tackle will be called back. And it will be Ripia almost at half-time. It looks like he's going to send the sides to the break, is he? No. We will have 20 seconds to play out. And we will have the line-out set piece for Wellington. Last chance of the first half. There goes the buzzer. Who's keen to play this out here? Matu'u will throw in. He goes to the back. It's icy claim from Filippo. Job goal coming in. Rangihuna. Well, he's made some mistakes here, but that could be the difference. The job goal, beautifully executed by the scrum half. And Wellington will take the lead into the break. What a perfect droppy that was. Well, Rangihuna's made a couple of errors. There's no question about that. He made one just moments ago, but he has made the difference play at half-time. Wellington leads 10-7 over Southland. The Stags have struggled to get into this game. In this one, they will be desperately keen to win as well. Possession and territory, both just fading to Wellington, 55% and 60%. But it is Wellington who have made more tackles despite those statistics at the top, 26-15. The scrums have been just amazing. A real front rower's dream out there with both sides having a real dig at each other. And the scrums, handling errors 5-4. Both teams have been far from perfect, but the drop goal at the bottom is the difference maker at the moment. Southland trailing by 3. They are the holders of the Ranfurly Shield, and they'll know that a draw will be enough for them to hang on to the log of wood. So plenty more to play for here. The Shield always at stake at home here at Rugby Park Stadium for the regular season. Who will come out of this one with the points and, most importantly, the Shield in their possession? Sopoaga has had a different form so far in this match, but he has the breeze at his back, and that could be something the Stags could use if they can get ahead on the scoreboard. Adams has pulled that in. Somehow he didn't even jump. McIntosh away for Sopoaga. What a start here for Southland. Here comes up against a fullback, but it is Wells who makes a great tackle. Stopping him in his tracks. Here's Vaanga. Oh, simple stuff. And the outside centre has got the try instantly. Wow, what a comeback out of the sheds from the Stags. They have scored instantly off the kickoff, and Carter Vaanga is the one to take the credit. Look how quickly he was off that back of the ruck and straight in, close to the sticks as he can go. Clever play, but how about that kickoff take from Taylor Adams? He didn't even jump, the ball just fell in his arms, and it was quickly offloaded and straight through the back line. And a fantastic try. Southland now in the lead. 12-10, kick to come for Sopoaga. There's a slight breeze to contend with, but this close to the sticks shouldn't be too much of a worry for him. Hits it, and it's easily through into the trees it goes. Southland extend their lead out to 4 points, but Wellington definitely not gone here. The kickoff can make or break a match for these sides. Regathering possession is such a huge asset to a team. As Ripia goes deep down and Hardy pulls it down. Here's Holoholo giving it to no one, and there's Wellington who'll pick that up. Here's Curtis, subs it back in field. It's got to be a try, Wellington. No! Somehow Filippo's been stopped. And Southland are on the defensive. So well they started, but they've gone backwards here. Has a big hit coming on Rangihuna, and it's ball back for Southland. And back to Sopoaga. who is going to beat this one upfield. Big kick into space. The wind right at his back, and look who's leading the chase. It is Sopoaga. Wells pulls it in, and Sopoaga's hammered him. That is a massive play from the fly half. Reddish is on hand. He goes himself, finds Hill, and Hill, oh, beautiful to Rupia. Rupia's thrown away, but oh, good tackle from Ngalafe. And instantly turned over. Southland will hold this one up, and eventually they'll give it back to, once again, Sopoaga, who kicks into some space. The ball runs away from Wells, who claims it on his own goal line. And that's the kick in return. Up to halfway it goes. And Ngalafe, oh, Ngalafe! He's through the defence! He's opened it up! McIntosh is there! Dixon going to the line! Oh, could be killer, but it's a high tackle! That is absolute professional foul! If ever I've seen one, but Dixon! He's gone himself and scored! He had no right at all to do that, did Elliot Dixon? He has scored possibly which could be the most important try of his career. He grasped onto that ball like no one's business. You don't get to see it earlier. It was about a 5-on-2 overlap. Dixon took the high tackle. It looked like Wellington have made the most horrible professional foul in rugby history. Should have been a card, but Dixon has probably given them more pain than a yellow card would have. We're up to just about the hour mark. It's 19:10, and Sopoaga makes it 21. Oh, this is impressive from the Stags. Behind the 8 ball, they're down 7-0 and then 10-7 at half-time. But they've battled back brilliantly in the second half. And with 20 minutes remaining, they've got a lead of 11 points. Rupia kicks off high, down the heart of the field. And Hardy kinds Dylan Halaholo, who has a rare little run through the middle. Stopped in his tracks, so as Southland try and find the ball back, and it will eventually come back. And Adams isn't really the one to watch that ball, but look at that pass to Jackman. Oh, this is sensational from Southland. Jackman grubbers. He goes past Wells. How's the speed for Jackman? How's the defense of Wells? It's horrible. And Jackman scores a phenomenal try. Well, Southland have just picked it up after half-time. They must have received an absolute grilling in the half-time sheds, because this is one of the best displays you'll see. Southland have just popped themselves up somewhere to the outstanding level. Wellington can't keep up. Southland have just too many tricks in the bag, and you can see Jackman, oh, no right to score this try at all. Wells was just horrible. Flailing at the ball, falling over himself, and eventually Jackman just got the kick perfectly. And Southland have another try. Well, Southland wouldn't have even been thinking about coming into this game and winning with a bonus point. That would have been out of the question. Winning would have been at all costs the only thing they thought of. But something of a star-studded display in the second 40 minutes has seen them climb out to 28-10 with still 15 minutes to play. Well, Wellington are gone here. They had a 3-point lead heading into the second half, and it looked like it could be a real tussle. But Southland have just smashed them. But look at this, here's a chance. Ambrose Curtis with a brilliant take. And he finds some friends in there as well, and Wellington up to the 22. Slow ball here for the Lions, but they do get it back, and Reg Goods will have a dabble himself, and he goes wide. And Curtis is taken into touch. A good tackle from Jackman. Almost an anti-climax end to that little phase there from the Lions. Now here's Dylan Halaholo. Gives it to Beckwith, who plays it down to Adams, who goes back to Jackman, who's going to try his hand at a little kicking himself. He tries to go into the breeze, but he's kicked it straight down Curtis's throat. And Wellington look to spread it wide, and they have a chance, and they have numbers. Here's a good play coming in from Rupia.
Release.
Just about gets away. Good fend. Oh, that's a horrible ball. That is a very poor ball. Give it to the man right on the touchline. And he is just easily put into touch. 7 to go here. 6 to go even as the clock ticks over 74. Southland go to the front and Adams fires a big ball wide for Dixon. Oh, bulldozing run. Dixon has just smashed over the top of Curtis Ambrose. Get out of my way, he says. Ball goes back to Sopawanga, who's going to look to pin Wellington down in their own half, in their own 22 if he gets his way. But back there, Wells will clean it up, and he offloads, inside it goes. And eventually it's there for Bateman.
Release.
Good run coming in from Reddish as well.
Advantage.
And there's advantage to Wellington, offside of Southland player.
Release.
So Wellington trying something desperately, but this game is by far gone. Advantage is over.
Release.
And so is this match. Full time is rung, and it's just a formality now as to when Southland will win this match. Oh, hello. Gets the turnover and gives it straight away to Reddish. Good work there from the Wellington second rower. Wellington won't want to go home just yet. They'll want to make this a little bit more respectable if they can.
Release.
Southland will want to do the opposite. They'll want to treat, McIntosh. They'll want to treat their fans to one last special play if they have it in their arsenal. The match is in the bag. Wellington can't win it at all. But they have a penalty, and it'll be tapped from Repair, and he gets taken out, but he passes him field nicely. Schroger gives it away to Marmia. And Marmia tries to use this brute strength to get away, but he's taken about the 10-metre line. Shields sips it. And Rangihuna, nice pass from him. And they look out to the right. And Dylan Haloholo has work to do here. As away goes Bateman. He's taken from Nangalafe. And Southland might look to turn this one over if they can get numbers to the breakdown, which they do in the end. Ball here for the Stags. Vang is knocked on, and Wellington pick it up.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. How long's this one going to go on? Is slipping it back in field. It goes to Filippo.
Release.
Southland on just about their own doorstep here. Slips in the pass to Hill, and Hill gets in behind. Nice run here from the open side flanker. But he's taken down, and Wellington still in control of this ball. They go short to Ambrose Curtis, who gives it to Mamia, who's just about through again.
Release.
Southland on their own 5-metre line. Wellington, another high tackle. Well, the ref's going to, here it is. He's got a bit annoyed with these high tackles. They've become a bit unnecessary. It looks like Taylor Adams will spend the next 10 in the bin. Probably won't see him back because we should not have another stoppage. Wellington, another penalty, 5 out. Repair goes himself, gives it to Shields. Wide they go. Here's a chance for a try, and they'll get it as well. It's a double on the left. And that is how Wellington like to finish the match. Someone was going to score. It was going to end in an absolute mess. But eventually, they get it out there to the left side. And it is a double for Tua Tagalua. An absolute mouthful of a name, but express finishing. Milne fell over himself on the line, which is not the best thing to see for him. But Tua Tagalua has scored his second try. Wellington end on a high, but Southland have shown that they are no pushovers. Almost 100 minutes in, Southland a man in the bin. Repair will finish things with a horrible conversion, which strays wide, goes to the right-hand side of the uprights. And we have full time here, 28-15. The ref just needs to blow his whistle, and there he does. Full time here, Southland have hung on to the Ranfurly Shield. What a display from the Stags. Top of the table, Wellington Lions have been disposed of. The Shield is alive and well here in domestic provincial rugby. Southland have raised the level after half-time. Wellington were in control of this match at the break. 10 points to 7, a slender lead, but they did look the better side. In the end, though, Southland come away with one of the best 20 or 30 minutes of Southland rugby. 4 tries they got in the end. Dixon, Sopawanga, Jackman and Vaianga all getting 1 try apiece. Sopawanga flawless with his kicking duties. As always, we seem to say that every time. Sopawanga 4 from 4 for him. On Wellington's side, it was Tua Tagalua who scored a double for Wellington on the left wing. Repair converted 1, and it was Rangihuna who got the 1 drop goal that gave them the lead right on the stroke of half-time. Into the stats, and Welsh is pretty even here. 54-46 possession going the way of the Stags. 47-53. Wellington taking out the territory. The Lions up on that one. Handling errors 8-4. Southland making double the errors, but just about double the points as well. 3 penalties conceded for the high tackles. The yellow card as well for Taylor Adams. Just unlucky that he was one of the last ones to make a bad tackle. The drop goal could have been so important if Southland didn't come out of those sheds absolutely pumped up for the second half. Line break's interesting, 7-6. Southland making better of their opportunities. So that is the regular season of the ITM Cup done and dusted. Ranfurly Shield is locked away. Put it in the trophy cabinet. It is going nowhere for the rest of the season. The regular season is done. We still have one more match though for Tasman, but as for Southland and Wellington, they are complete, and we'll see where these two sides will end up with just a few matches remaining in the season. Southland and Wellington finish up here 28-15, the Stags with the win over the Lions. So seeing as there's been no further results since Southland's win over Wellington, we have an interesting situation here. Tasman and Southland are second and third. Tasman have a game in hand, and as you were mentioned in the comments as well, going by points differential, Tasman will have to win by about 140 points if they're going to overtake Wellington on points differential. So, with that in mind, it looks like it will be Wellington Canterbury up against Tasman and Southland. Don't worry about the Ranfurly Shield though, it is locked away. Tasman at this stage, well, Southland obviously cannot pass them due to points differential and because they've played their final match. Tasman, well, in saying that, if Tasman lose by about, what would that be, 26 points, Southland will overtake them. So Auckland have an opportunity here to be the fun spoilers for the Makos. If they lose by a good margin, Tasman, they could drop down. Southland, of course, could get the points differential. It's not too much to make up. About, what, 26 points? Yeah, we'll get Southland back into second. So, unlikely, seeing as the way the table sits, but we are looking like it will be a Tasman versus Southland semi-final of the ITM Cup. Now, we've seen these two sides match up. Southland, that is where they took the Ranfurly Shield off of Tasman. That was also at Trafalgar Park as well. So, a chance for redemption for Tasman, possibly. It will be up to the AI definitely to decide that one if it turns out that way. So, a lot riding on this match. Tasman will be looking just to win. A win at all costs, just like the Ranfurly Shield match we watched, will secure them second position. So that is what we have in store. Tasman up against Auckland, Eden Park. What a place to finish the round robin. Tasman, if they can get a win or even a bonus point, a losing bonus point or a 4-try bonus point, will be enough for the Makos to take second place. Either way, it's going to be Southland versus Tasman in the semi-final. If Southland gets second, it will only mean they get home advantage. So, a lot riding on this match in terms of home advantage, but in the end, there is our top four. Wellington, Tasman, Southland and Canterbury will be battling out for the ITM Cup. So that is my time done and that's it for today. Tune in for the final ITM Cup match, round 13, Tasman up against Auckland. Then it will be semi-final. Southland and Tasman will battle it out one way or the other. Who's at home? 90% chance it'll be Tasman at this stage. So that is where we stand for that. And then, of course, the good thing about those two playing off is that one of them will be in the grand final. That is what we have in store. Stick around for that one. It's coming up very soon. The ITM Cup coming to a close. About 3 matches will remain. So thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. And I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.